Hi guys, sky's not exciting as usual. Well, that's quite interesting. You can see that better through camera than you can by eye, which makes a change. Anyway, just oh come on, just a quick, I don't know why it's not focusing. Just a quick video. Just wanted to say that I watched the US congressional hearings yesterday on the U.A.P. and anomalous phenomenon and the implications for national security and also transparency. Something like that with title. I'm really not interested in title. I'm more interested in the content of the hearing. So just some quick observations. Firstly, it was nice to see that things were said that don't normally get said in those places. There'll be a lot of people who will be commenting about Grush, one of the whistleblowers, you know, saying a lot of the time that he couldn't speak in a open setting. Well, that's because he's not breaking the law, he's keeping to the law. But I'm still really impressed by some of the omissions they made, like the fact that people have lost their lives. Getting to know and understand a little bit more about the pushback, the illegal pushback. And I know it's really interesting, not just in terms of the US or U.A.P. phenomenon, but also in the power balance of not just Americans. You know, there's hierarchy and people who think they're more entitled than they are. And it's like the scales are tipping a little bit more. You know, the balance, truth, honesty, corruption. I mean, I'm not a religious person. I do happen to think that a lot of ancient texts and, you know, especially religious texts and all that, it tends to be, to me, a lot more symbolic and deeper than actual what the stories are relaying. But reality is much more multifaceted than just what we can see and touch anyway, so maybe we're more in touch with that once. But when you look at things like prophecy or, you know, things I've watched, I mean, I think I'm one of the 9/11 babies, in the sense that, you know, apart from having intelligent family and an uncle who I fondly missed, who opened my eyes to the multiplicity of reality. 9/11, like a lot of people, for me, was a big change, wanting to ask questions, understanding that, you know, there's a lot more darkness in the world and a lot more people who understood the difference between success and, you know, I suppose spiritual success. I understood the power divide and good and evil, and it woke me up to a lot of things. I'm a nosy person anyway, I like to know truths. But, you know, it's a hard road. You've got to not to get bitter and just look at the facts as they stand. As I always may remind you, it's impossible to understand or comprehend or perceive what light is without the contrast of darkness to compare it with. I think we need to stop looking at things less on an emotional concept and more on a real understanding that things are very complicated and they may be about to get more complicated. The point is more than ever now, you know, as fantastical as it might seem, we really are in some kind of cycle ending. Maybe because that's what's meant to happen. You know, everything spins, everything goes in circles. That's a science thing, but, you know, I think there's a lot more to it than that. I think that could be the key to a lot of things. And just like cyclically we have things go on with the planet, with the stars, which we're all created from. Whichever way you look at it, you know, we're all created from, so we're all part of it. And I think a time is coming when we all have to decide who we are, what we want, not base our behaviours on fears and what ifs. Truth is magic. Truth is magic. Ugly truths are even magic, because you know where you stand. But besides all that, fascinating yesterday, fascinating. Nice to see completely different vibe than the very poor, was it the A.A.R.O update, whatever it was last year. I mean, bipartisan, just the fact that, you know, something is happening when the left and the right are trying to shove daggers in each other's backs and stuff like that. I mean, just the fact it's bipartisan thing is very interesting. But the fact that it's openly been said in public that there are people, regardless of being called a conspiracy theorist, because it's now a fact, publicly declared fact, that there are people without any legal or moral authority trying to tell the people who have that legal and moral authority no, and the battle has now begun. This is going to be very important how the general populace reacts. There's power in numbers, and eventually what's right will prevail, but people have to be heard and not be bullied and shamed. Can't wait to see what images and videos come out, if they ever do. Like I said yesterday, I'm not here trying to convince you of little green men. I think we know a lot, we don't. I don't think we can possibly perceive the other spectrums of reality, even though we know they exist. Quantum physicists, you know, basically will tell you that we're just on this short spectrum, tiny bit on one, maybe two spectrums, and all the entire universe is made out of spectrums of frequency, whether it be physical or any other kind of paradigm. I think we have to prepare ourselves to expand just a little bit, because we're going to be subject to things that may be difficult for us tiny little minds to comprehend. The only thing that I know can be sure of is community and love and supporting each other. We don't have to understand and know everything. We just all need to know we're in a safe place to absorb it. And that is with no shame and no fear. I may give another talk another time on the actual details if anybody actually wants me to go through the mechanics of it. I'd like to consider myself at this point kind of a historian on how the UFO narrative has been carried out since before Roswell. I'm quite highly educated on it. I don't talk about it a lot because, you know, it's taboo. But I do like to focus on not so much the experiences themselves, but on the educated and noted people of note, the thinkers that have engaged this topic and enlightened so much of it for us. The science, basically. You know, like a lot of physicists have said, it's not until you understand science fully that you understand there is very much another that we have no ability right now to comprehend. And I think that's a thought for everyone. We don't know half of it. But I'm kind of excited to learn what's coming next. Anyway, peace out, love, speak soon, bye.